Hey guys, what's going on? It's MassiveJoes RAW review, and I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Awesome raw review for the viewers at home today on a product that we have been asked to do a raw review on many occasions, not only from the people, but from the company that makes this product. It is, of course, MAXS Cre8 Carnage. It's their creatine product. Let's get straight into it, show you guys exactly what's in it, tell you exactly what it's going to do, that nutritional information panel, and go get it done. We're about to go balls deep in this raw review. Luckily, we got ourselves a panel we can go balls deep in. First thing I gotta note, man, 5 grams served right here. You add up all of these active ingredients, got yourself 5 grams, man. No artificial colors, no artificial sweeteners, no flavors, no fillers, nothing but active ingredients in this here MAXS Cre8 Carnage, man. And now to those active ingredients, starting from the top, 450 milligrams of, and this is per serve, 450 milligrams per serve of tricreatine malate, creatine ethyl ester, creatine monohydrate, creatine hydrochloride. 300 milligrams per serve of creatine anhydrous, creatine gluconate, dicreatine malate, tricreatine orotate, 1.2 grams of beta-alanine, 400 milligrams of L-histidine, 400 milligrams of arginine, alpha-ketoglutarate, and that's what's in it. Didn't throw the nutritional information panel away, viewers at home, because we ain't finished just yet. Let me just tell you guys real quick. So a bunch of different types of creatine. Obviously, the product is called Cre8 Carnage with the CRE number 8, Cre8. So you're gonna have 8 different types of creatine in there, man. I'm not gonna go into every different type of creatine. Those of you who happen to give a and go Google them and figure them all out. But let's just say the different types of creatine are the creatine molecule bonded to other shit. So the creatine monohydrate, creatine bonded to the hydrogen, creatine hydrochloride, creatine bonded to the hydrochloride. We've been through this a shitload already. It's just different molecules of shit bonded to creatine, which affects digestion rate. Some people respond well to some types of creatine, some people respond well to other types. Me, myself, I prefer creatine hydrochloride. My brother in iron, my sidekick Neve, he prefers the creatine monohydrate. Let's just say 8 different types of creatine. The beta-alanine and the histidine in here are both gonna help buffer lactic acid, buffer hydrogen ions, buffer fatigue toxins, help you get more reps, more sets in the gym. The arginine alpha-ketogglutarate's in there for a bit of nitric oxide production, a bit of vasodilation. Unfortunately for MAXS, since this product has been released, arginine alpha-ketoglutarate has been shown to do absolute sweet for nitric oxide production. Agmatine sulfate is where it's at the moment, man. The different types of creatine obviously designed to help your body synthesize more adenosine triphosphate, help you get more reps, more sets, more muscle power, stimulate more muscle growth, help you get them gains, man. You know what I can do now, viewers at home? And that's what's in it. In terms of how it tastes, how it mixes, comes in no flavors, comes in the unflavored. You guys know we just went through nutritional information panel, man. There's no artificial anything in there. It's just what's on that panel in those doses, no fillers, nothing else. So in terms of how it mixes, I would go so far as to say blendable is required for this here MAXS Cre8 Carnage. Most of the time, you're not really gonna take this product by itself. If you're gonna take it pre-workout, which we would not recommend, but if you do happen to take it pre-workout, you're probably gonna mix it in with your pre-workout supplement. So you're gonna have the Cre8 plus the pre-workout powder in there. So you got absolutely no chance mixing that shit up in a glass with a spoon. So that's gonna have a blendable. If you're having a post-workout, you're gonna throw it in your post-workout protein shake. So you're gonna have protein, dextrose, a bit of isotope BioGrow in there as well. So you're gonna need a shaker for that. That is why blendable is required for this here MAXS Cre8 Carnage. In terms of the effects, There's a couple of things that I have to address with this here MAXS Cre8 Carnage, man. Couple of good things, couple of bad things. The first good thing is that because there's 8 different types of creatine in this bitch, man, if you have had the experience of being a non-responder to different types of creatine, say you've taken creatine monohydrate, it didn't work for you, or you've taken creatine hydrochloride, didn't work for you, or you've taken creatine anhydrous, didn't work for you. There's 8 different types in here, man. So the chances of you being a non-responder to all 8 types of creatine are pretty much Buckley's and none. And for the US viewers at home that have never heard that Australian expression before, that means no chance of you being a non-responder to the 8 different types. That's the first good thing. It's kind of like a covers all bases creatine formula. The second good thing is it is pretty cool that it does have the beta-alanine and the histidine in there to help buffer those fatigue toxins, help you get more reps, more sets in the gym. That does make it quite unique. I don't think we've really seen the beta-alanine and the histidine, especially the combination, the 1-2 punch of the beta-alanine and the histidine added to a creatine formula in the past. That's the good things. Now for the negatives, now for the bad things. The first thing, MAXS. You have some explaining to do. Let me just get some zoom and focus action. Let me get some zoom and focus action, please, on this MAXS Cre8 tub. Now, I'm not very good with colors. Viewers at home that watch all of our videos would know that I am a little bit colorblind. But even I can tell that that tub is damn pink, man. And if you're trying to appeal to the fellas, which I would assume you would be, with the swolger on the front here, what a you making the tub pink? That's the first thing I gotta say, man. It's tough. It's tough for us at MassiveJoes, man, when someone comes into the stores and they say, man, I want a creatine blended formula. I say, hey, man, why don't you try some of this here, MAXS Cre8 Carnage, bust out this tub. They look at me like I'm trying to sell them snake juice in the pink tub. That's the first thing. The second thing, and this is quite important, I don't really know what's going on with the dosages in this particular product. And I understand when you're trying to put 8 different types of creatine in a product, which creatine are you going to make as your determining factor for the dosage of everything else in there? Let me explain to you, because I know I'm confusing you viewers at home at the moment. But let me find my nutritional information pack. Let's say, for example, you were trying to dose this clinically in terms of creatine monohydrate. And we know the clinical dose of creatine monohydrate is 5 grams. You got 450 milligrams creatine monohydrate per serve in this bitch. So for you to get the full clinical dose of creatine monohydrate, you're gonna have to take over 10 serves. If you take over 10 serves, you're also gonna be getting 5 grams of creatine hydrochloride, which we know you need about 10% of what you do in terms of weight of creatine monohydrate. So why they would have those 2 creatines dosed exactly the same in this product, I'm a little bit unsure as to why they've done that. And that then applies to all the other different types of creatine, even the ones that we're not 100% sure on what the clinical dose is. You can kind of pull them out there and you go, okay, creatine anhydrous is also going to be similar to creatine monohydrate. So once again, the 5 gram dose. If you're taking that much of it, you're going to get way too much of every other type of creatine in there, man. So I'm a little bit confused as to how they have figured out the ratios and the dosages of each different type of creatine in this product. That's the first thing. The second thing, although the addition of the beta-alanine and the L-histidine is a spectacular addition, it does serve a little bit of a dosing dilemma for the viewers at home. Because if you follow what we preach at MassiveJoes, you're going to be taking your creatine post-workout with ideally dextrose, but any type of carbohydrate post-workout. You're going to be doing that because you get the insulin response from the carbs post-workout, and then you get better uptake of the creatine into the bloodstream, into the muscle cells. If you're taking it post-workout, the beta-alanine and the histidine are going to do nothing for you post-workout because you need them bitches pre-workout. On the other hand, if you are taking this bitch pre-workout, you're going to get the benefits of the beta-alanine and the histidine in this bitch, but you're not going to get the kind of absorption of all the types of creatine as you would post-workout. So I leave it to you viewers at home, when are you supposed to take this product? That's a question. Feel free to comment down below, man. But that's the other real dilemma. And then the third and final dilemma that I have, also back to the dosing. Let me get my big ass nutritional information panel up, man. The beta alanine. 1.2 grams per serve. We know that the clinical dose of beta alanine is 3.2, so let's go 3 serves. So you're taking 3 serves to get the clinical dose of beta alanine. That's then going to leave you about where you need to be with the creatine hydrochloride, but then underdosed on pretty much every other type of creatine in there. So back to the dosing, still a little bit confused as to how MAXS decided to do what they did with the ratios and the dosing of all the ingredients in this product. Let me finish off by saying everything that I just said can be taken with a grain of salt, because the price point on this product is ridiculous. You're talking 100 serves of this here MAXS Cre8 Carnage retail in the Australian marketplace for $49.95. That's 50 cents a serve. Even if you take a damn near 10 serves of this bitch to get you the clinical dose of the creatine monohydrate, which you wouldn't, because you'd be stupidly overdosing beta alanine and creatine hydrochloride and all the other types of creatine. But even if you did, that still stacks it neck and neck with some of the top selling creatine blends on the planet, man. So it doesn't really matter what you do with the dosage, how many serves you take, whether you take the bitch pre-workout, whether you take the bitch post-workout, you really are not going to find a better value for money creatine blend than this here MAXS Cre8 Carnage. And that is why I say, if you're looking for a blended creatine supplement, and you happen to live in Australia, because MAXS don't sell the bitch anywhere else, man, this is one of those opportunities where it's fantastic to be Australian, because you got to get yourself a tub of this here MAXS Cre8 Carnage. Guys, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, man. Stay up to date with all the latest editions of MassiveJoes RAW Review. And guys, that is MassiveJoes RAW Review on MAXS Cre8 Carnage blended creatine supplements. And I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com.